Mythic gears are some of the most overlooked abilities in Brawl Stars. It's been over a year since the last one was introduced and we aren't even sure about new Mythic gears being released. While other abilities like gadgets and hypercharges get reworks or changes, gears and especially Mythic gears don't get as much focus from the developers. The last time a Mythic gear was added to the game was in December of 2023, and in that time we've gotten around 60 hypercharges compared to the 10 Mythic gears that have been released, and there might be a reason for this. Mythic gears are way too similar to star powers. While that's the general assumption for Mythic gears, there are some distinct differences between them, but they cost the same price and most players would rather get a regular gear for half the price, which will normally help a brawler better, especially if the Mythic gear is bad. Mythic gears tend to be boring, expensive versions of gears that are only accessible to some Mythic, Legendary and Epic brawlers, which generally makes them harder to obtain. While I do think the idea for Mythic gears was good, the execution of it was poor, and I think the developers noticed this, which is probably why we haven't had one in over a year. Another reason why Mythic gears are forgotten is because of specific brawler builds. Most brawlers are already going to have well thought out builds with other types of gears that are usually superior to the Mythic gears. The only exceptions to this rule will be Mythic gears that boost the brawler's abilities incredibly, but those would have made better star powers than Mythic gears. Most brawlers with Mythic gears won't find them useful, especially if you're not willing to spend an extra 1000 coins. Those coins will be easily dumped into regular gears that are much more versatile and a lot more useful, or could be used to simply upgrade a brawler. Another reason why the Mythic gears have been neglected is simply because of the introduction of hypercharges. Hypercharges were introduced almost a full year after the Mythic gears, but they were immediately seen as overpowered and the meta started to focus on brawlers with hypercharges. So to prevent this uneven shift in the meta, the developers decided to focus more on making more unique hypercharges and frequently releasing them to as many brawlers as possible. This is visible in how hypercharges have been added, and we even got 12 hypercharges at once in the last updates. This overall shift in focus simply led to less Mythic gears being added over time. Because of this, players don't really see a good amount of Mythic gears to be useful, mainly because of their price and the select few brawlers that have access to them. But not all hope is lost for the Mythic gears, and they could make a comeback in the near future. The developers have plans to release hypercharges for every brawler by June, meaning they'll have more time to rework bad hypercharges and even take a look at the Mythic gears. This decision could make Mythic gears available for all brawlers and even make different playstyles more unique. Mythic gears have a lot of potential and they could be really good if implemented correctly, but for this to be successful, the developers need to make Mythic gears more unique and different from star powers, and a great way to do that is by reducing the prices. Brawlers with good Mythic gears will take longer to max out due to the amount of coins needed to obtain their abilities, so reducing the price of Epic gears and Mythic gears would be a step in the right direction, especially if they want to get rid of the coin shortage. In conclusion, Mythic gears have their flaws which make them forgotten by regular players, but with the release and focus on hypercharges, they've also been largely forgotten by the developers. But once every brawler gets a hypercharge, we can expect to see them make a comeback in the future. Thanks for watching.